as the Railers will have the basketball to start the third quarter. We are underway. Hopefully the Railers got a good half in them, and we can figure out how to get to Mattoon on Wednesday. Starters on the court for the Railers: Horsham, Cook, Block, Bowlby, and Olden. Railers with the basketball to start. Backdoor play. Gavin and Joey up and in.
What a great start by the Railers. A great call by Coach Alexander. An easy basket on a backdoor. I think we can do a lot more of that here in the second half. The Generals way up, pressuring us out past the three-point line. Great call to get the Railers back going.
Railers lead is at 3. Largest lead of the night for the Railers has only been 5. MacArthur on the block. Kick it back out now to Jones. McLean. Going baseline is Johnson. Bowlby gets in the way. Nice move off the glass, up and in, and that is Adams, his first 2 of the night.
Yeah, Bowlby gave up the baseline way too easily that time to Johnson, a left-handed player, but Bowlby's got to do a better job of cutting that baseline off.
Max has picked up his dribble, now floats it over to Gavin Block. Horsham. Now over to Olden. Joey tries to make a move against McLean, but the quickness keeps him in front of him. Bowlby hands off top key to the Max. Horsham back to Cook. Directing traffic with 6:40 to go. Railers lead just 1. Gavin looks to go baseline. Kicks it out to Bowlby. Thought about shooting it. Now kicked it over to Max. Boy, Bowlby looked like he might have been open, cutting baseline.
Yeah, you're right.
Horsham, right in front of the Railer bench, down in the corner now to Gavin. Gavin a fire a 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Ball tipped around. Bowlby couldn't grab it. Up ahead, there is MacArthur with the easy lay-in.
Yeah, and that's 32 Adams, who got behind the defense of U-High all night on Wednesday, and that time he did against the Railers. So Gavin tipped it away, just not far enough, and Adams regained it and put it back in.
So with 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter, MacArthur has grabbed the lead back for the Railers in this seesaw one, 24-23. Gavin hands to Max. Max looks to cut in. Horsham in the corner. His 3 spins in and out, and Bartley tracks down the rebound. Lots of one and done for the Railers here. Bartley into the front court. There's Adams. Skips it all the way across. Nice ball movement for the Generals. 3 left it short. That was Jones. Rebound down to Horsham.
Yeah, Railers just not in fluid motion right now on their offense.
Max down the lane, finds Bowlby, had it blocked, and it's going to be an alternating possession as Bowlby went up, and I think it was Johnson, or it might have been Adams, who put his hand right on top of the basketball, and that's the second one that Bowlby's had blocked underneath, and this one is going to give the ball back to MacArthur due to the alternating possession.
Yeah, great job by Max, too, getting right in the middle of the lane, and he did what you're supposed to. Bowlby's man came to help, and he passed it off to Bowlby, and Bowlby's got to finish those underneath. Doesn't matter what kind of game you're in, you've got to convert layups, and that time they got the block shot and was the jump ball.
Now Owen's back in the game. He led them in scoring in the first half. He had 8. Owens back over to Bartley. 5 minutes to go. Third quarter, Railers down 1. Ingram. MacArthur swings it around the perimeter. Adams looks to make a move against Bowlby. The reverse layup is no good. Bowlby had the rebound, tipped it, but Adams came back down with it, goes up strong, and lays it up and in again. It's been the Jerome Adams show here in the second half. All 6 points for the Generals, and they've extended to a 3-point lead at 26-23. 4.5 to go in the third.
Yeah, Railers had a couple chances of getting that rebound, and Adams was just the more aggressive, so an easy basket for the Generals.
Max looks to go one way, fakes the other, now over to Bowlby. Bowlby back on top to Oldham. Max goes by his guy. The lane opens up baseline, got like he got hammered. Bowlby comes down, and he went down hard. Nice strong play by Bowlby going in and trying to grab the offensive rebound. It didn't go down, but Bowlby will go to the line, and he will be shooting too. The officials talking to Ed to make sure as Bowlby went down hard. Don't know if he had some head contact, and they're going to say he wasn't shooting.
He shot the ball.
So Bowlby will not be going to the line. So he had the basketball, tried to throw it up off the glass, was undercut, and apparently that's not a shot. So Joey clears the guy on the line for 2 right at the top of the key.
All right, Railers, let's get this thing going here. Time to go right now. Down just 4 minutes left here in the third, but Railers got to show that intensity now.
And then a turnover by Johnson as he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. And Timeout's going to be taken by MacArthur with 4:02 to go in the third quarter, 26-25. Generals on top. They're taking time. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds with Lincoln. Railer basketball. And I think that was a good timeout by MacArthur's Felipe Phillips because he got that sense that this crowd was starting to get into it, and you don't want to let the Railers grab the momentum at any point here.
Yeah, you're right. We've got to get this near capacity crowd, and a lot of it wearing red and green. We've got to get these guys into it. A couple threes would help right now.
Olden with a move. Ball tipped out of bounds, stolen away. Nice quick hands by Johnson as Joey tried to kick it in the corner. Underneath, they get it to Bartley, who pulls up 4-3. Back rims it. No, go get it. Horsham with the rebound for the Railers.
Come on, Railers, let's get three. Let's get Bowlby open in the corner somewhere.
Joey for three off the back of the rim. Quick shot by Joey. Didn't get it to go down. Rebound down to MacArthur. 3:20 to go. Numbers for MacArthur. The lefty in the lane. That's no good. Got to get the rebound as it's picked up by the Generals. Railers just watching it bounce on the floor. Owens drives down the lane. Cut off. In the lane, Ingram. Kicks back out. Jumper on the way from Johnson. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to MacArthur again, and then they throw it away.
Boy, the Railers got away with one there. Several tries at that possession for the Generals, and they could not get one to fall, but the Railers right now getting out hustled.
11 minutes left in regulation in somebody's season. Railers right now are down one, 26-25 with the basketball. Third quarter. Bowlby hands to Max. Max dumps in the corner to Joey. Gavin top of the key. There's Ebelair. He's in the contest for Horsham. Max spins. Come on, Bowlby. We need it.
That was in and out.
Spun in and out.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone any farther in.
Bartley. Nobody gets in his way, so he floats it off the glass and in. Railers back down by 3, 28-25, 2:20 to go. And then a foul is going to be whistled. That'll go against Johnson. And if that counts right, that's his third, second team foul on the Generals. 2:18 to go. And I don't think we'd be fibbing if we didn't say that there's a lot of anxious folks here tonight.
Well, there's no question. You know, the Railers haven't been in this situation before except for Lanphier, really, at Lanphier. You know, we were in that close game against Champaign Central here, but it's been so long since the Railers have been in a seesaw battle that you got the Railer faithful a little nervous, along with myself.
Max down the lane, lots of contact, and they're going to get Max for an offensive foul. Standing in the way was Devin Ingram as he took the charge. Max picks up his second, first team foul. And with 2:08 to go, MacArthur with a 3-point lead. And, you know, you always worry about just letting the process work, letting everything work. You start getting in games like this and you start worrying about people trying to do a little too much.
Right, yeah, exactly right. Good point, right at the right time where I thought Max may have tried to go just in a little too far. Usually he's very composed and knows when to pass or shoot, and that time he got a little anxious.
Bartley didn't take the three, driving baseline. Kick it on over there to Ingram, back on top to Bartley. Adam Conrad into the contest for the Railers. Owens back to Bartley, 1:45 to go. You know, and one of the things, Josh, with Bartley, as he fires from the volleyball line off the back of the rim, Peyton tried to grab it, but it bounces over to Joey Olden. Is with Bartley being 6'5", it really gives him an advantage of seeing over that Railer defense.
Yeah, you're right, and he's a great passer. He's got really long arms, so he's a good player, and he's led them here, and the Railers have got to find a score here, Jeff. It's time to get some points on the board.
Conradi back to Olden, 1:15 to go. Again, a low score here tonight. Railers down 28-25, approaching the end of the third quarter. Max backing, free throw line, swing it quickly to Ebelair on the far side. Gavin fakes one way, goes the other. Lots of contact, blocking foul is going to be whistled. And if that's on Ingram, that will be his fourth foul. And we'll see if they're going to be sending Gavin to the line to shoot.
Yeah, two. Good job by Gavin. He had that little mismatch with the small guy Owens on him, and he went right to the basket, and that time the help came over and slid underneath Gavin and took his legs out. So Gavin going to the free throw line where the Railers just haven't been able to put up a lot of points here in the quarter.
And miss an opportunity there as the free throw spins out. 1 minute to go. Owens and Ingram check out for MacArthur. 28-25. Generals with the lead. Gavin free throw. That one's good.
Yeah, I think if you're me, next possession, the Railers just set up in some sort of a backdoor play and maybe go right back to the one that you started in the third quarter.
Bartley almost had it taken away. McLean goes through his hands. It'll be a turnover as he touches it in the backcourt, over and back. All right, key point here, Josh. 49 seconds to go. Railers down 2. You get a score here. You start the fourth quarter with the basketball, so you can turn this game real quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And as I said earlier, I'd run a backdoor play here. MacArthur still way up on us and really pressuring us, even if we're out to by half court line. So let's get it flowing, get it moving, get the motion going, and then hit him with a backdoor.
35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Railers with only 5 points in the third quarter. Ebler back on top to Gavin. There's Joey between the circles. Max left side high, watched by Bartley. Down in the corner to Olden. Ebler down to 23 seconds. Max on top to Joey. We're down to 10. Joey over to Max. Max thought about the three. Drives in, kicks out. Joey, left wing, three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Over the top of the backboard, and it'll head back to MacArthur with 2 seconds to go.
It's one of those nights where we can't find a basket. We can't find, especially from three. And some of them aren't even close. That time Joey's hit off the back of the rim and went over the top. So the Railers shooting right now, not on at all.
2 seconds to go. Bartley fires from half court. Will not count if it goes. At the end of 3, Railers trail. It's MacArthur 28, Lincoln 26. Back for the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln.
We're going to give them some help here, Jeff, to start the fourth. Everybody's standing now, and the Railer faithful are right behind this team.
Start of the fourth quarter. Max, the lob, the catch to Bobby, and he missed it. Rebound, last touch, and a foul is going to be whistled on Joey. They ran the play to get Ed the lob. Ed laid it up, and it spun off the rim and over, and then a foul was whistled on Joey Olden as he came in to try and get the rebound. Josh, the Railers haven't trailed at the end of any quarter since the end of the first quarter in the game against down at Southeast on the first day of February.
Wow, yeah, and we'll see how they react in a game like this when you're down 2 in a regional championship. You've got to get stops here, and it's lay everything out on the line now.
Underneath, kick it back out. 3, good. That is Jones, his first basket of the night. And that gives MacArthur their largest lead of the night at 31-26. Max goes down. Joey back to Gavin. Gavin spins. Had his 3 blocked. Goes right back to Gavin. Gavin does a nice job composing himself and controlling. Railers get the ball back.
Yeah, not too in a hurry here. We got plenty of time here, guys. You don't have to be in a big hurry.
Bobby kicks out to Gavin. Gavin all the way across to Joey. Joey will drive in. Little 10-footer.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, great shot by Joey. He had the big guy, Bartley, coming right at him. Pump faked and let Bartley go by and then pulled up for the 10-footer and a turnover by MacArthur.
Yep, Tyler's dad almost made the catch over there at the scorer's table. Railers down 31-28. Josh, in the second half, only one Railers made a basket. That's Joey Olden.
Yeah, and a couple free throws. Really, 5 points we scored in the third. So, and now 2 here in the fourth. So another big basket's got to come by another Railer here.
Max has picked up his dribble near the timeline, gets it to Gavin, high post to Bobby. Bobby looking, bounces off to Olden. Over to Ebler on the left wing. 6:20 to go in the fourth. Railers down 3. And MacArthur putting all kinds of pressure on the Railers now. Max down the lane, kicks out to Joey. Gavin, top of the key, 3, off, no good. Tipped around, Joey's there, but it's tipped out into the hands of MacArthur.
Yeah, good shot by Gavin, too, right at the top of the key, and one of those threes we normally make, and one of the ones that are just not falling tonight.
Bobby tried to come in and get the steal, got a little too much arm from MacArthur, so it'll be Bobby's third team foul. 6:05 to go, and Josh, 1-3 for the Railers tonight, and it was our first basket.
Yeah, and even if you're a team that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, and that's definitely not the Railers, but it's hard to win games anymore. So many teams are concentrated on that three-point line.
Bartley, they kick it back out. Nice defense by Olden as they cut Owens off. Under 6 minutes to go. It is a 3-point lead for MacArthur in the regional championship.
And now, too, how many games has MacArthur been in like this year, where they're not going to try and do something where they just throw the ball away again there. So where they don't want to be too aggressive, but yet that's not the way they play.
Stolen away by the Railers. Gavin in the lane, goes up strong, a little finger roll, lots of contact, no call. Ahead Owens, contact, he didn't get it go down, and Olden with the rebound. Joey tried to throw it, it got grabbed, he threw it up to the basket, and a foul is going to be whistled on Joey Olden as Owen threw it up. And boy, lots of contact, not much being called. They're letting them play on both ends. But Joey, I think, was trying to get it down court to Gavin, but instead Joey gets whistled for his third foul, fourth on the Railers, and Owens will be at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Joey was trying to outlet it, and he was really in a bad spot. He was right underneath the backboard. And he had 3 MacArthur Generals all over him. One guy's got to come and help him, or Joey's got to use his dribble and dribble out of that instead of just trying to pass over the top of 3 guys. They couldn't throw it high because he would have hit the backboard.
So Owens helps the Railers by missing the first one. Still a 3-point lead for MacArthur. 5:14 to go. Banks it in. 32-28. Railers trail by 4 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Max with the dribble being watched by Owens. Now to Joey. Lots of contact over there right in front of Coach Alexander. No call. Joey underneath. They try to get it to Gavin. The ball is thrown away. Ball loose. Reaching down for it. Alternating possession. And it goes to MacArthur. The bounce is just not going Lincoln's way here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. And it just seems like, all the plays that have worked for us all year long, no matter whether it was against Lanphier or the same ones we run every game, just don't seem to be open tonight. And credit MacArthur on their scouting or guys just being where they're supposed to be. It just doesn't seem like the plays and our offense is just not near as fluid.
Haven't broke the 10 count. Gavin almost a steal. Gavin couldn't grab it. Nice try by the Railer junior as he went sliding right out in front of the assistant coaches for the Railers. 4:41 to go. Railers down 32-28. Good defense again by the Railers. Bartley does a nice job breaking underneath. There's Adams. He missed it. Ball tipped around, and Joey's going to get the foul again, trying to corral it as it was headed out toward McLean. And Adams had an easy shot and missed it. And then the ball got tipped out, and Joey and McLean went for it. And now Joey's picked up his 4th foul. And Joey will not check out. It'll be Tyler Horsham going out. He's replaced by Peyton Ebelair. Now Joey will check out. Will Cook in the lineup.
Yeah, and really Joey's been our only offense. So Joey needs a break there. And, plus he's got 4 fouls now.
Thrown to the backcourt, so Bartley will track it down. The Cooks are back there. Johnson working against Ebelair. Picked up his dribble. Now they bounce out to Owens. And a foul is going to be whistled on Ebelair. A little too much contact, and so now that's the 16th foul on the Railers. One more, and MacArthur will have a chance to head to the line shooting bonus.
16 fouls now on Lincoln, so the next one that the Railers commit, of course the Generals will be in that 1-and-1. So the Railers still got plenty of time, just down 4 points with 4 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, but we got to do it now.
Bartley doesn't get called for a travel with a little hop step as he goes in the lane by Bowlby. Lays it up and in. It's 34-28, a 6-point deficit for the Railers. Ebelair down the lane, kicks it out to Bowlby. Bowlby with the dribble, out to Max. Max fakes 3, top 3, got it.
Need it. Timeout, Coach.
3:42 to go, 34-31. And Josh, if the Railers needed a break, they caught one there with the travel. Nothing they can.
Yeah, you can tell the faithful are here and right behind them. So the guys have got to feed off this a little bit, feed off that big three from Max. Still plenty of time, as you said, Jeff. Don't do anything extra. Just keep it moving. But the offensive end right now has been some sort of a problem. But we've got to get stops, and nobody's back here on a guy right underneath the basket for MacArthur.
They get it into the front court, get it to Adams. Adams killed the Railers with 6. Underneath, there's Adams off the glass, and it goes down again. Back to a 5-point lead for MacArthur, 3:15 to go. Max hands to Gavin. Gavin over to Will Cook for 3. Yes!
Yeah, he got it.
Will Cook for 3, and now it's just a 2-point game with 3:07 to go. 30-second timeout. We will keep it 3:07 to go. MacArthur 36, Lincoln 34. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Railers with 16 fouls. MacArthur with only 3. In the backcourt, Ingram. He's playing with 4 fouls. Gets it over to Bartley. Ahead to Johnson. Adams on the baseline. Skips it across to Owens.
And now what's MacArthur do? Do they keep trying to go at it? Are they going to be patient? Do they stall too much? Foul. You got to foul him.
Adams, little jump hook. That's no good. Got to grab it. Rebound comes out to the Railers. Railers come down to Ebeler. On top to Max. Underneath Bowlby. Get it in there. He got fouled. He got fouled.
Yeah.
Edward Bowlby off the glass. Counted it. He is fouled.
Great look by Max Cook. He got the feet really from Gavin coming off of really the secondary break, and nobody was on Bowlby. Left him wide open. Bowlby went up strong. You've seen several times tonight where he's been blocked. That time he went up really strong, took the contact, and was able to knock it in.
And Ingram, one of their better defenders, that foul was on him. He just fouled out with his 5th foul. So at the 2:34 mark, Edward Bowlby's got a chance to do something for the Railers that they haven't had until right at the end of the first half, is have the lead. Free throw, missed it. Free throws have hurt the Railers here tonight. We're tied at 36 with 2:25 to go. Crowd in full voice here at Roy S. Anderson. Johnson back out to Owens. He fakes the 3. Out to Bartley. They look to go underneath to Johnson. Instead, they kick it back out to Jones. Now to Bartley near the timeline. Lob underneath. And they try to get it underneath, but it was Gavin with a big paw that swatted it away, and the Railers come away with a steal. Now Max clears his guy. Max, stutter step. Off the glass. He got it.
Yeah, big layup by Max. He got the stutter step, and then they couldn't really, the guy that went to help kind of hung off of him. Another big steal by Max.
Another steal. Max
That's
off the glass,
yeah.
and an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Max.
Yeah, no question. Good call. That was a charge easily. Max, you get that. You just make one layup. You pick up the steal. You got all the adrenaline going like crazy, and he just let it take over him. So a big steal, a big turnover of events, but that's not free throws on the charge, as MacArthur is going to call a 30-second time. You know, they've really turned the ball over the last couple of times. That's not how they play. They were up on U-High on Wednesday, and they just kept driving and kept running and kept kind of crazy basketball, and that's the way they play. And their coach seemed to be okay with it then, and I would expect that they would try and attack with some sort of a Bartley here, or maybe try to get it to the free throw line again and get it down to Adams.
So here we go. Ball inbounded to MacArthur. Time ticking down. Ahead to Jones in the front court. Railers have but a 2-point lead. Bartley screaming for the basketball. He wants it in his hands.
I'm not sure you don't maybe put Joey Olden, the senior, back in just a little bit longer, a little bit taller than Will is at the top there.
Johnson, Jones for 3. Rolled off, no good, but Owens is there for the putback, and we're tied. Where have we seen a play like that before?
Yeah, almost reminiscent of Lanphier when we were at Lovernica this year, but that time it wasn't an air ball, and nobody was on the backside rebounding for the Railers, so they give up an easy putback. The Railers now with 1:05 left here in the game. It's now now if you're a Railer, do you try and hold it?
Tied at 38, 1 minute. Railers season hanging in the balance.
No long passes, meet your passes. I think if I'm MacArthur, I foul a couple times to get a little closer to the bonus. We'll see if they do that, but the Railers got to be strong with the ball here.
Tied at 38. We're down to 40 seconds to go. Max holds in front of the Railer bench on the far sideline. Gets a screen from Bobby. Boy, Railers got a break, Ed, with a big screen there. Down to 30 seconds. Ebelair on the left wing. People are going to start coming to their feet here in a second.
Yeah, and you've got tired offense in the Railers and a tired defense in MacArthur. Coach will probably get it down to a certain amount of time where he wants and then give him a timeout.
Down to 17. Railers, Coach Alexander grabs the official next to him. Well, he didn't actually grab him, but he reached out and let him know that he wanted a timeout. 14.1 to go. Timeout taken by the Railers, 38-38. We will keep it here at Roy S. Anderson. Again, the Railers with a chance to win the regional. MacArthur a chance to upset the #1 team in the state of Illinois on their home court. Railers going for a 30th win on the season, and it all comes down to this final 14 seconds. And again, the foul situation for MacArthur plays into their hands.
Yeah, you're right. You can be really aggressive and really have the Railers run a lot of clock off. I'm not sure if they will do that or not, but they have the option to with just 4 team fouls. As soon as the Railers get it in, they can foul. They get it in again, they can foul and maybe run a few more seconds off. So if you're Lincoln, do you try and score off the out-of-bounds? Coach has got so many sideline out-of-bounds plays that we've ran for a number of years that score a lot of baskets, or do you try and get it in and
Here we go after the timeout. 38-38. Where's Edward Bowlby when you need him? This will be a big time for him to step up, Josh, and hit that shot.
Yeah, my pick to click, too.
So here we go. Ebelair will trigger for the Railers. 14 seconds to go. Max in the backcourt. Max holding. Max gets fouled in the backcourt, and that's going to be a foul on Owens. That'll be just his second, fifth team foul. But again, that's what we thought.
Yeah, just what you thought, Jeff. They'd run the clock down and then about 4 seconds and then foul. So they may do it again here.
8.1 to go. 5 team fouls. Ebelair back to Joey. Got to get some looks, and Max is grabbed again. Down to 5.6. Foul is going to be on Jones, his first. Now that's enough of the fouling for MacArthur, because that's their 6th. They do it again, the Railers go to the line. So who's wearing white and wants to be a hero tonight? Max, across the timeline. Down to 2 to 1, it's on the way. Left it short. Ebelair fires it up, and it doesn't go down. And we are headed to Jeff Benjamin with you, getting ready to start overtime. 32 minutes, not enough to decide the regional champion here in Lincoln. It's the Railers with Gavin Block, Peyton Ebelair, Edward Bowlby, Max Cook, Joey Olden on the floor. Going against MacArthur, ball is tipped. I think Gavin stole that one, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we need a lot of those. Here's our
the wild play. The Ed with the catch off the glass, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. We think.
Well, we hope.
I mean, we think he's shooting 2 because he was shooting.
Right, he was shooting, and Bowlby has not been on from the outside, and the one free throw that he has taken was way off too. So hopefully the senior can wipe that away. Put in 2 big free throws here.
Bowlby free throw, got it.
Boy.
Railers up 39-38. 4 minutes, of course, in the overtime. Just 11 seconds gone by here in the extra session. Bowlby, second one, big go.
Baby. Come on, defense. Let's get a couple rebounds here. Railers have been getting beat on the boards. Jeff, they've got to really box out. Everybody's got to go strong to the rebound.
40-38. Railers with a 2-point lead here early in overtime. Bartley over to Jones on the far side, back on top to Owens.
Trying to bring Bartley out to the corner, too. They're running screens as they're running everywhere now.
Got to watch Adams underneath, too. He has been poison for the Railers in that zone. Jones back to Bartley, and a timeout taken by Coach Phillips for MacArthur, along with Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers have only had one overtime game this year. That was a 3-point loss down at Springfield Lanphier. MacArthur, well, we know what their last overtime game was, an upset of U-High on Wednesday night.
Just on Wednesday night. So obviously they've been here, the Railers have been here, and now it's time for the defense to step up with a big stop here. Both teams are going to be in the bonus with any fouls committed, so it's time to make plays, boys.
Bartley over to Owens, back to Jones in the front court. Only point so far of the overtime, 2 big free throws from the senior, Edward Volby.
Yeah, and MacArthur setting a lot of screens here against our 1-2-2, and several of them are moving, and I think the refs got to keep their eyes open on for any moving screen.
Bartley comes out, watched by Joey. Joey, of course, playing with 4 fouls. Watch Adams coming from the backside. Bartley, a high-arcing 3, spins in and out, and there's Joey with a big rebound for the Railers.
Oh, got the shot they wanted. Bartley on a nice call and a nice pick on the side, and it was in and out.
Joey almost stepped out of bounds when he caught that pass from Max. Got to look to score. Gavin goes in strong contact. Blocking foul is going to be whistled on MacArthur.
Wow. They're charge happy, and I'm not sure that wasn't one.
And we're all up here, Scott, Josh, and I, we all rolled our eyes and like, ooh.
That was pretty close there, but I'm glad we got that call because Gavin's going to the line now for 2 free throws.
Come on, Gavin, free throw. Got it. Railers up 3, 41-38. Lots of time left in overtime. Gavin a dribble, deep breath, free throw, bingo.
Come on, get a couple rebounds. Get a rebound here, guys, and a stop.
Railers up 4, 42-38. Down to 2:20.
Almost looked like on the last possession for MacArthur, they were really struggling to find somebody to shoot it other than Bartley. And they got it to him. He just wasn't able to convert.
Bartley to Adams baseline. Owens a 3. Answers. Wow. 42-41. Halfway through the overtime, Railers up by 1. 42-41. Joey over to Max. Joey looking, spins away, bounces out to Gavin. Josh, we've seen the Railers be so very good in their motion offense. Can they hold it this long?
I don't think so. Not against the pressure of that MacArthur can put on you, and especially this time of game. You know, you're dog tired. You've got to really mentally focus here.
Max down the lane. Volby, Ebelair, swinging around to Joey. Now Gavin on the right wing. Gavin looks to fake one way. Gavin goes strong off the glass.
Yeah.
Counted it.
Get back, Gavin. Get back, Gavin. Get back.
And one of the players for MacArthur is down, but Gavin with a strong move.
And Gavin fell as he went and made that, and I was worried that MacArthur would get the ball out in a hurry. And I saw it so many times on Wednesday against U-High and get that thing out and down the floor in a hurry. I was worried Gavin wouldn't get back in time, but one of the other MacArthur guys went down and was a little tangled up. So we get back and get our defense set. Just up 3 now with 44-41, so you've got to
defense.
Get out on especially Adams, too. He's been feeling it. You got Bartley also.
44-41. Gavin with 17. We're at a minute. And then a timeout is taken again by MacArthur. 1:04 to go in the overtime.
3 points down against the Railers in overtime. So we need that one more missed shot here and a big Railer rebound.
1:04 left in overtime. Railer Nation coming to its feet again. Jones will inbound in front of the MacArthur bench. Inbounds deep into the backcourt to Owens. Owens watched by Olden. Owens gets it to Bartley as he tries to get across the timeline. Now to Owens. Owens bounces to Johnson. Johnson hands back to Owens. We're under a minute.
And they may look to set some screens for Adams also. As hot as he's been, you can't leave him.
Owens Adams. Bartley fires a three. Missed it.
Get it.
Rebound comes down to MacArthur.
Get it,
Then
get it,
it's
get it.
knocked away, and Max Cook comes up with it.
Plenty of timeouts, guys.
And then Gavin calls a timeout with 35 seconds to go. A big rebound for the Railers. They've got the basketball, and they're up 3 with 35 seconds to go.
You know, that's the key. You're going to be going full length of the court and almost kind of in between the paint and the coffin corner. And there's not a lot of room there. There's cheerleaders there. There's all the kind of things that at least you're out far enough away from the backboard that you don't have to really worry about the backboard. So get it inbounds, be strong with it. I think 35 seconds, MacArthur's got a foul.
We've seen it work a lot this year, certainly not in this pressure cooker of a situation. Do they look to even see if it's available, the long pass down court, if you can break it?
It's got to be wide open. You know, it's got to be wide open because that's the bad thing about that pass and the quarterback throwing to the wide receiver is it's got to have so much air underneath it. They're probably going to put a guy right on the basketball to make you throw it farther, and looks like Bartley's going to go back and play center field. So that play is not going to work right now, and it looks like they're just setting up in a regular press. But be aware of something real quick.
Gavin inbounds, gets it to Max. Gavin tries to get it into the front court, now hands back to Max. Max breaks the timeline. Max weaving through to
Strong,
Gavin.
guys.
We're down
Be
at 25
strong.
seconds. Gavin, and contact's made by MacArthur. That foul will be whistled on Johnson. That'll be his fourth. That'll be the 9th team foul, so Gavin at the line
Too
shooting
bad it wasn't
one
one more. We could have had two. But 1-1, Gavin, you got to make sure you get this first one. And then it looks like Coach is putting a lot of the Railers back. 3 guys back on defense. Just Joey Olden around the lane for the Railers. And leading scorer for the Railers stepping up for 1-1.
Gavin, as Roy S. Anderson goes quiet. Free throw.
Got it, boy.
Got it. (45-41), a 4-point lead with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are.
You get this, take the ball out and don't foul. Get back on defense. Don't foul, especially on a 3. Keep your hands straight up. Make them make a tough shot here. 20 seconds.
That big cheer was Gavin making the second one. It's a 5-point lead for the Railers. 15 seconds to go.
Get out.
Underneath. Owens, a 3. Missed it. Shot up an air ball. Max the rebound. And Max stepped on the baseline right in front of us.
Yeah.
9.6.
Yeah, and you hate to say don't go get it, but it was an air ball. It would have been out on MacArthur, but Max is you got to go after that rebound. There's no question about it.
MacArthur inbounding. 9.6
Let it go,
to go.
Joey.
Bartley catches it in the backcourt. He goes to the ground, and he traveled. Traveling is called on Bartley as he went to the ground with 7.2 to go. Railers up by 5. But just hold on. And a timeout is going to be taken by MacArthur. Railers lead 46-41, 7.2 to go in overtime. They're taking time. We'll catch our breath and be back. 30 seconds. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. 7.2 seconds of basketball left here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Lincoln on top, 46-41 in overtime. It'll be Railer basketball after Bartley was just whistled for traveling as he went down at center court with the basketball. Got to believe that MacArthur's going to foul right as the ball gets in.
Yeah, no question. Get it in bounds. The first thing, get it in bounds and be strong with it.
Peyton Ebler gets it to Max Cook. Max.
Just hold on to it. Yeah.
Foul's going to be whistled on Jones with 5.
Yeah, he could have held it in the backcourt just 7 seconds. He could have held it back here and time would have expired. So it looks like Coach Allen is going to pull all the guys off the line. Max going to step to the free throw line. 2 free throws here. The Railers up 5 with 5.2. What a game, Jeff. A struggle all the way through.
Railers struggled a little bit with the basketball at the free throw line in overtime. So far, 6 of 6.
Down the stretch when you need it.
Max free throw. Send your cards and letters to me.
Good job, Jeff.
Max will try and make it a 6-point game with this one. Free throw up. That one rolled off. Down to 3, to 2. Bartley comes down, flips it up top of the key. It goes in. It does not matter because the Railers in overtime win the regional championship by a final score of 46-43. The Railers improved to 30-2. MacArthur falls to 16-11, and actually on the scoreboard they've made it 46-44. I think they're saying that was a three-pointer.
It sure looked well in front of the line to me. I mean, we'll have to go back, and you guys can check it out on WLCNonline.com. We'll have to go back and check it out. But regardless of the fact, Railers win. Regional championship, and we're off to Mattoon, and we already know our opponent.
Yep, it will be Chatham-Glenwood. They were 18-point winners over Taylorville, 63-45. But in overtime, Lincoln survives with the regional championship. It is Lincoln. They're calling the score right now 44, so we'll say it was a three-pointer. It is Lincoln 46, MacArthur 44. The Railers win the regional championship, and now it's on to sectional play as the Railers survive. We'll take a timeout and be back with our postgame in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Congratulations to both teams tonight on their fine seasons and for their outstanding effort in tonight's game. At this time, we'll present the 2014 Lincoln Class 3A Regional Championship plaque to your Lincoln Railers. They will play next Wednesday, March 12th in the sectional semifinals at Mattoon High School. They will face the winner of the Taylorville Regional at 7 o'clock.
46-44 in overtime. 30th win on the season. Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. And coach, congratulations on this one. They don't get much more hard fought than this one. And Tuesday night you came up here and said every team gets a lucky card, and you played it. Is our deck stacked this year with those lucky cards?
I think it better be, and I need to hope there's a couple more in there. Man, they played a great game. We struggled with our shooting, but give them some credit because they pressured us and didn't let us have our standing looks, and they didn't let us penetrate to be able to get the kickouts, and they played a whale of a basketball game. That's going to be a great addition into our league. They've got young kids. They lose the Bartley kid, which he's hard to guard. I mean, he picked us apart, and we've had pressure on him sometimes, and he is a great player.
Yeah, Coach, and I'm not sure how, why, when, or what just happened, but somehow we came away with the W. We hit a couple big threes. Of course, Max hit that big one in the fourth quarter. Just could not find
that
the rhythm.
By Will Cook hitting one.
Right.
I mean, Will hit probably the biggest shit of the game.
Yeah.
The shot that he made was over there, and that was a big one. And, Edward, we're still waiting for him to find his, but we feel pretty good. We used another lucky card, so maybe we've got a few more. And one thing, we get to play again, and that's what you do at this point in time. It doesn't matter whether it's a 1-point win or a 30-point win. So.
Well, we thought earlier what we saw their defense against U-High pressure them so hard. I thought, key, if we don't turn the ball over, and we got shots, we just didn't make them, and they don't handle the ball. The Railers are in good shape. 5 turnovers for you guys. 17 for MacArthur, and really, if they didn't turn the ball over, they made the baskets.
Yeah, they done a great job, and they were very disciplined, and like I said earlier, he does a great job of bringing his team along and having them peak at the right time. And believe me, MacArthur was playing their best basketball right now. We saw them at Christmas time, and they were struggling then, but give him a lot of credit. He does a great job of motivating, getting them better, and I think his philosophy is very simple. We want to be playing the best that we can at the end of the year.
Coach, you got to give a lot of credit, obviously. A lot of your players have been in situations like this before. In a game like this, you cannot beat that senior leadership and that experience.
Well, not very many this year, and they didn't fold. I mean, we could have gave up. We were down 6 there with a little over 3-4 minutes to go.
Yep.
And the kids just kept battling, and they hit the threes. They made some defensive plays, and I'm really proud of them. It's not every night that you're going to go in and make shots, and tonight was one of those nights.
Yeah, Coach. Well, that's back to sectional play where you're very used to going through your years here at Lincoln, and it sounds like what's going to be Chatham-Glenwood on Wednesday night. So third time. You hear that thing 3 times in 1 year, and we're going to have to do it again.
Well, let's put it this way. If our guys they knocked us out of the state tournament last year, and if you don't have a chip on your shoulder going down there and playing, I don't care if they played us 10 times. They ended our season last year. I would hope to think our guys ain't going to let it happen again.
And Coach, again, the 16th time you've gotten a regional here at Lincoln, the 4th time your team has won 30 games or more, and sure be nice to have a few more to add on to that.
Well, these kids, if there's any possible way, they're going to find a way, and I'm really excited for them. I don't think we played our best basketball tonight, but we look really good when we shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't think we shot it tonight. And every shot the arms got tighter, and but I tell you what, Will Cook came in and he didn't have any problem.
No, he stepped in and hit a big one. And Coach, you can't say enough about the Railer faithful too in Groves tonight. And when they really needed, the guys really needed a pickup. And credit the student section. They had guys running all over this place, getting the crowd to stand up. And when we needed some inspiration, they gave it to us.
They sure did, and they've been great all year. And unfortunately, we got a long road trip for the sectional, so. I sure hope that they all can get down there, and I would like to see even a fan bus, but you know how those are these days, is they don't go over very well. But
yeah,
but it'd be great to have our whole student body down there, and it's really going to take them to get that taken care of.
Well, Coach, hopefully we can turn Mattoon High School into the home of the red and green wave.
Well, let's try for it. We're going to need everybody we can. Again, it was a great help playing at our place with our fans, and so I'm really excited for our kids.
Well, Coach, too, and what's that say about our conference? 3 schools are going to be in our super or our sectional. It looks like it's going to be Glanfear, Glenwood, and us.
Yeah.
So pretty tough conference that MacArthur is going to be joining next year.
Yeah, and even you look at Eisenhower. They had a lot of young kids, and it's going to be it's not going to be somebody we're coming in here and it's going to take a back seat to all our people. They're going to come in here and they're going to pop some heads and compete, and that's what we want. We think we got the best 3A conference, downstate, and it got better.
Yeah, there's no question. This year it is.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the regional, and we'll see you down in Mattoon Wednesday night. Railers taking on Glenwood.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you Wednesday.
Railers get the win, 46-44 in overtime. We'll wrap it up here in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.